ఉండరా బాబు ఒకసారి పోతాడు.
Hi everyone. Sorry that old meeting was expired, so it took some time for me to create a new one. Sorry for the delay. So in last class, I think we discussed CAM, Centralized Installation Manager. In today's class, we are going to discuss some commands that we use in day-to-day activities. First, I'm starting my environment. I'm starting deployment manager first. Give it a minute. It's taking time to start. Let's wait. Okay, DMGR is started. So the first command I'm running today is backup config. The command I'm running is backup config. Let's see what it does do. I just hit enter. You can run this command in any bin directly, not only DMGR bin, but there is a purpose why I ran it in DMGR bin. I'll tell you. See what it is showing? It is showing so and so files are successfully backed up, right? So why should I run this command? What is this backup config command? So let me introduce the command. When you are making changes in environments, right, there may be some wrong configuration happen, and you might want to roll back the configuration. In that case, if you have your earlier backup, it is easy, right? So that is why we have a command called as backup config. So when you run this command, it takes the backup of all your configuration directory. If I run it in DMGR, right? If I run it in DMGR bin, it takes the config directory of DMGR profile. So why should I take config directory of only DMGR profile? Why not application server or custom? Can someone tell me? Why should I go for only DMGR bin? Why can't I go to some other? Any idea? Any idea? At least why should I go for only DMGR bin? Why I ran it from DMGR bin? Why didn't I run it from app server or custom bin directories?
Anyhow, application server and custom profile are federated to this. DMGR has all the data of this.
Yes, in a single word, it contains master configuration, right?
Yeah.
It contains master configuration, right? So that is why we run it from DMGR. Usually in organizations, we go and run on all bin directories, but DMGR bin is fine, enough. So we run it in DMGR bin directory, and if you observe where it has saved all the configuration, see here, wherever you run, it saves there. And if you observe the process as well, what it does do, it stopped the deployment manager and then it took the backup. Why? Why it has stopped the deployment manager? Any idea, guys? Why it has stopped deployment manager? No idea? See, if you do not stop deployment manager, there may be a chance that configuration may be updating still when you take the backup. Then you don't get the exact backup, right? If you stop deployment manager, no one can make a change to your environment, so the configuration is stable. If deployment manager is down, you could not make any configuration changes, right? So that is why this command stops deployment manager and then it takes the backup. And if you observe, here is the zip file, it saves in bin directory itself. Websphere config underscore today's time, date. So like that it saves. So these many files are successfully backed up. Suppose I don't want to save here, I want to save somewhere. Just give config space wherever you want to save. My backup I am giving. Usually it takes zip, even though you don't use zip, it takes zip only. Now run it. Now again the same backup will be saved in that particular zip directory in the given path. See, files are successfully backed up so that our zip file is saved in C directory. And there is one more option as well. If you want, after this command, you can just give -no stop so that it does not stop deployment manager or any server. It just takes the backup. It does not stop any deployment manager. It just stops the environment. Sorry. It does not stop, it just takes the backup of the environment. These are all the options we have for backup config command. Now see what I am doing. I have already backup. I will go and I delete something from my environment. See, come to C, program files, IBM, Websphere, App Server 8.5. Here, go to profiles. I'm changing master configuration only. Go to DMGR, config, cells, cell name, nodes. I'm going to node 1. I'm deleting a server called as server 1. Okay. Somehow accidentally we deleted a server called as server 1. Then how to store it back? How to restore? See, we have backup config command. Similar to that, we have another command called as restore config. If you have already some backup, then it works. If you don't have backup, it could not help. Whatever you lost is lost. That's it. So, for restoration, we have a path, right? That path is my backup, I said, right? Okay. That's it. Simple. Enter. Now see what happens. See, processing complete, successful. Now let's go back and see the configuration, whether you got your server back or not. Master configuration, config, cells, cell name, nodes, node name, servers. See, you see your server back, right? Though I deleted. This is how This is how we take the backup before any changes. Not only, is big configuration change, even for a small configuration change also, we take the backup first. If something goes wrong, you can revert it back after some time. That is the advantage of backup config command, and this is how we restore the configuration. In reality, what happens when you run that restore config command, right? Our original config directory will be renamed as config.old, and whatever you have in that zip file will be saved here. That's it. That is what it does do. It does not check anything. It does not run any algorithm. Nothing. Just it renames the existing config folder, and whatever you have in that zip file, right? See this zip file. See, this is the zip file. This is all your configuration, config directory. So it just creates a config directory and it does paste here. That's it. That is what it does do. Okay. So this is how we can take the backup and we can restore the configuration. This is one of the important things. And I'm starting my DMGR back. So DMGR is started. The next command is dump namespace, and for this we need to give inputs like -host, host name, and port number. For this we need to give bootstrap port number. I'll tell you why. Let me check what is the bootstrap port number about this profile. Bootstrap is 9809. Run and see what it displays. Done, right? End of namespace dump. What is this command? What are these names? See, these are all JNDA names that are registered in your environment. These are all JNDA names. In case in future when you create a resource, if you don't find JNDA name, right, you can troubleshoot by using this command. The command is dump namespace. Dump namespace. It just dumps all the namespaces in your environment. So this is the command. By using this, you can see all the JNDA names. Just remember like that. For this, DMGR should be running because it has to contact master configuration to fetch the data. And you need to give host name and bootstrap port number. Remember, guys. That is dump namespace command. Next, version info. So to check Websphere version, right, we use this command version info. So what you are seeing here, what it is showing? Is it showing you the complete version of Websphere along with fixed pack? See, .7 is the fixed pack we applied, if you remember this, right? So when you go for this, it shows you clearly what is the software, what is the version, where you installed even which. Somewhere it shows you the installation location. So if you want to know the Websphere version, this is the command. Version info is the command. See, almost all the commands I am running are not profile specific. You can run them in any bin directory. It does not matter. But if there is any new or special one, right, I will tell you where to run and all. Suppose backup config. Usually you can run in any bin directory, but we run it in deployment manager bin for safe side to get all the configuration backup. That's it. So this is next command, version info. Next, we have two commands called as gen history report and gen version report. So when you run these two commands, right, they do not show you anything here. They do not create anything here. But in the bin directory from where you ran them, right, they will create HTML files. They will create HTML files. So what are those HTML files? What they do contain? Let me show you. Go to bin directory of deployment manager. So here somewhere you must have HTML file. See, version report, history report, right? It just gives you the history of Websphere. If you want to know about the environment, you can see the history. And if you want to see the version report, what are the changes happened and when you do what, all these details are available here in the file format. So these are the two commands, history report and version report. And next, similar to that, we have another command called as gen plugin cfg.bat. You don't know this as of now because we did not configure web server. If we configured web server, you would have known this. So this we did not discuss so far. So this is called as generating plugin. Generating plugin, I'll tell you in future what is plugin and why we generate it and all. This command is helpful for generating plugin configuration file. Just remember like this, I'll tell you what is plugin and all later. And next command, ikeyman, IBM key management we call it as. Ikeyman means IBM key management. So when I run ikeyman, it opens a window like this, graphical window. IBM key management. So the purpose of ikeyman is to create SSL certificates. Hope you know what is SSL. To create SSL certificates, we use ikeyman command. So what is SSL and all, we will discuss clearly in security concept. For now, just remember, ikeyman is the command to generate SSL certificates. Okay, next command. Server status, I think you know what is server status. If you run server status and server name like DMGR, it shows you the status of that particular server, whether it is running or not. right? Suppose I'm not in DMGR, I'm in application server profile, but there I have 100 servers. How to check the status of all? See, I can't say server status server 1, server status server 2 like this every time, right? So we have a command server status, just give -all. That's it. It takes care of everything. First, when you run this command, it lists down all the available servers. It lists down all the available servers. Then it shows you the status. See, you see, right? It lists down all the available servers like 100, Node Agent, and server 1, and then it started showing you that status of all the servers, right? So this is server status command. In future, if you want to know, right, whether servers are running or not, then you should go for this server status command. Next, there was a command earlier, but which was deprecated now, called as collector. So I'll just introduce this command. It was deprecated from 7 only. In 6.1 also we use this. So collector. So what did you understand by collector simply? What did you understand by collector? An idea what is collector? What does it collect? Okay, let me tell you. See, collector is the command to collect all your information. Collector is the command to collect all your information. Why should I collect my information? Yes. See, if you need any support from IBM, right? Suppose you run into issues. You need some support from IBM. In that case, you can use this collector command. When you run this command, right, it runs and it gathers all the data in a jar format, I mean a zip file format, and then it sends to IBM so that they can easily understand your issues. It does not only collect Websphere, it also collects your operating system information and whatever you have in Websphere, everything it does, and then it sends to IBM. Earlier we used to do this, but now we are not using this because it is deprecated. And there were so many tools, existed. These days you can use those tools. So that is about collector command. Now it is not there, just leave it. And next, what next? We have two more commands, effective commands. Let me introduce them before running. cleanup node. You know already our environment very clearly. You have deployment manager federated to N1 and N2, let us say. We have deployment manager. There is a relationship, as you know, that is called as federation. Now, if I remove the node N1, if I run remove node command, what would happen, you know? This would happen. So what did you understand by this? So what was the add node command used? And what is this remove node command? Any guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses, guys? What is this? No?
Defederation.
Excellent. Federation, that's true. So, this is interesting actually. After federation, usually we have a node agent, right? After federation, usually we'll have a node agent. And after node agent, you can create as many as servers, right? As many servers as we can, right? Now, if I defederate, what happens? If I defederate, what happens? What happens if I defederate? What about those servers? Suppose I deploy a few applications after, creation, after federation. What about those applications? Tell me. No idea? Will they be there or will they be lost? That's what I want. Guys, please speak up. This is what you need to understand here. Will they be there or will they be lost? No idea? Okay. See, remove node is nothing but defederation, as you said, right? Whatever the changes we have before federation, or whatever the changes happen after federation will be lost after running remove node. Means earlier it is nothing but standalone, right? Earlier our environment before federation it is standalone, right? Earlier it was standalone, so you get same standalone. Means no node agent, no extra servers, whatever you create, everything will be lost after running this remove node. everything will be lost after running this remove node. Now, my question is, can I refederate it or not? Can I federate it again or not? Can I? Can I do that? Guys, can I do that? Yes, no, maybe. Yes. Okay, I'll tell you. See, you can do again n number of times you can do. You can remove and you can add it back because it is stable configuration, right? This is nothing but standalone. Whatever you got earlier, same you are getting. So nothing but standalone. Whenever you want, right, you can restore it again. I mean, you can add it back. That is called as federation, right? But if it is standalone, you can do anytime. That is called as remove node and cleanup node. What is cleanup node? It just removes everything. See, remove node is not making any harm to the environment or not making any harm to the node, right? It is just removing that link. It is just defederating, as you said. But cleanup node removes everything. Cleanup node cleans up everything. So that is why we do not run two commands usually, cleanup node and all, remove node. But as we have, we need to see in organizations, right? Usually, whenever we are building the environment, we create a few nodes extra because of capacity management and all. So when we think that yes, these nodes are not required, we just remove them. So in that case, you use these remove node and cleanup node servers. I mean, cleanup node commands. Got it? Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay, let me run this. So wherever you run add node, right? Same, you run remove node. So I'm running remove node here. See what is going on. Just read those lines. Gone, right? Everything is gone. Here if you observe, restoring original configuration means whatever the configuration we have before federation, that will be restored back. that is remove node command. So now if you observe, the cell name will be different, the node will be removed from master configuration and all. Now it is individual. And if you want to add it back, you know, right, already add node, host name, support. Progress. Done. It has been successfully federated. That's it. This is defederation and refederation. I mean, you can do again. So the only reason why we go for defederation is when we run extra nodes, when we add extra nodes for capacity management and all. If you want to remove them back, you can go for it. Apart from that, there is no regular use of that command. Okay. And next, I will tell you two more commands. They are for Windows especially. Come to root bin directory. Come to root bin directory. There is a command called as was service.exe. Was service.exe. Just give -, and you have to tell me what you are seeing. Tell me what it is showing. What I can do by using was service. Just go through it and tell me. Any idea, guys? Devi?
Add a service to the server.
In with you.
To start the server as a service,
Okay. Add Websphere application server as a service, to remove Websphere application server as a service, to start, to stop, whatnot. Everything you can do by using this WAS service command. This can only be run in root bin directory. You can run it anywhere. So when you go for this, right, you can add, while creating profile also we'll get this option, right? Run Websphere as a Windows service, automatic, manual, disabled, all these things are there already. But after also you can do this. This is WAS service command. In Linux it is not available. In Linux you have to add as unknowns, Linux demos and all. But in Windows you have this option. And next command, one more command is there. So I think we ran it long ago, but not at all. Let me do that. Rename node is the command. Rename node is the command. I'm not running it, I'm just telling you. Not required actually. Rename node, when you go for renaming of a node, right? You can use this command. Suppose my node name is already existed, another node is not getting added. In that case, right, you can rename it. That is rename node command. For this, you need to give old name and new name. That's it. You don't need to give extra anything. That works. That is rename node command. So these are a few commands, guys. Not much. These are a few commands we use in day-to-day activities. So let me recheck if I miss anything. Hope I covered all these things. Okay, one is left. So long. See, in Websphere, almost all log files are text logs, right? You know that. So if I open this log file, can you read this? Devi, can you read this?
you want me to read everything, like
No,
from the top?
No, what I just want is, can you read this or not? Is it readable format or not?
No. It's a bit cluttered.
So it is text only, right? You can read it, right? What's wrong? Text
Yeah.
format only, right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't
but
understand. You can read, right?
yeah, yes.
You not understand, at least you can read. But I'll open a file and see what it is. Okay. That log file is not there. Okay, let me try. But we have to enable in 8. In 7 we have that log file by default. So here we have a file, right? Activity.log. If you go to any logs folder, it shows activity.log. The activity.log file is a binary file which you cannot read directly. In 8.5, by default disabled, you can't see. You have to enable an option in order to see it. But in 7 you can see directly. 7. So now, can you read this?
No.
See, these different screens and all. We cannot even read. Of course, understanding is secondary. We cannot even read. That's the problem. Show command. This is called as a binary file. This is called as a binary file. So which you cannot read directly. So for this, earlier Websphere 6 used to have a command called as log.dr. So that command is deprecated now. That command is deprecated now. So what else we have? We have only one option, that is called as show log command. Show log command. That command gives you, it converts this actual format to binary format. I'll show you how. See, come to command prompt, show log. Okay, this is in 8.5. We don't have the log file here. I'm just going to 7. Show log and give the path of the file. Okay. Activity.log, and if you hit enter, right, it displays all the log file here itself. I don't want to display here. I just want to move it to some other file. Oh shit. Sorry. I'm gone. Sorry. I'm just rerouting the log file to some log.txt. Okay, now see what happens. It's done. Now you can go and check this log.txt, which is in app server bin directory. I didn't give any path, so it saves by default here. See, can you read it now, Devi? Is it in readable format?
Yeah. Yeah, yes.
Earlier it was not, but now you can see and it.
Yes.
So this is right here, show log command, by using which you can read log file. Yeah. Are we clear?
Yes.
So these are a few commands, you know what, using day-to-day activities. So not regularly, the regular command that we use would be backup config, of course server status. Remaining commands, right, we may not use regularly, so you can ignore them. Just for your understanding, these commands are helpful maybe in your future. So that's it. I'm stopping here for today. Tomorrow we are moving to application management, guys. We are almost done with 45% of our course. So once we complete application management, I can say 50 to 60% will be covered. Application management we discuss for 2 to 3 days. So tomorrow I'll start application management, where it includes deployments, JDBC, updations, everything. Okay, so we are coming out of system management finally. So all system management concepts are covered. So we are going to jump into application management tomorrow. So thank you. We'll start on time tomorrow. Bye bye.
Ravi,
Yeah.
can you help me with installation in Linux? I'm not done yet.
Yeah. Open that. Okay. I'm just making a present, right?
Okay.
Okay. So show your screen once you get that. I'm unable to see the screen. You downloading something?
Yeah. Can you see it now?
Sorry?
Can you see it now? It's downloading something.
Make it download something. I'll just be back in a minute.
Can you see it now?
I am back. I could not see anything. Hello.
Yeah.
I could not see anything. Yeah, I can see now.
Yeah. You asked me to give all the permissions for the installation file, right? So I gave all this.
No, come back. cd space dot dot. cd space dot dot.
Yeah. Once again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now run the command. Hit more.
This one?
Yes, space. Give that complete for no.
Oh.
Copy and paste.
Yeah. Next.
Double quotes. Double quotes give was tab. Type was
Yeah.
tab. Give a tab. Use tab. Once tab. Yeah. Remove that slash and enter. R means affected, whatever it is. The same permission to inner folders also.
Okay.
In it mode, it gives only to that folder. But if you give hyphen R, it's permission to all the inner folders.
Okay.
Once it is done, you can replace. Okay?
Okay.
If not, we'll check more.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye bye, guys. Meet you tomorrow.